Hello, 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 hello. Once again, I'm back. I'm back. This is definitely home, and you are on your none other than the www.africausaradio.com. We're reaching the world. We are global. We want to make sure that we connect with you via radio, and radio being the most powerful tool if you want to truly win over somebody's thoughts and heart's desires and having hope and faith in life, you should use the radio. And when I used to study radio, I remember it was called the television of the mind. That is what radio is. My name is Lungingapi. I am on your Africa USA radio station. You can find us on all media platforms, on Africa USA Unity Events Radio and television. And the name of the show says, Your New Day Will Dawn. Your new day will dawn. You're not allowed to die in the night because there's definitely an opportunity for you to see your new day dawning. That's what we are about. We're full of hope. We're full of faith. We're full of stubborn faith. I used to say that because once you think about it, once you pray about it, once you desire it, then you must know it is good for you to have. And here we are once more in this family. There's a whole lot of other shows, by the way. I'm not the only one, but I do Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays. And our time is from 1600 hours, just for an hour. Me and you engaging in thoughts, engaging emotionally, engaging physically if one can, and engaging in all sorts of resources that we have in order for us to be able to save each other from dying in the night, because it won't be worth it. There's so much ahead of you. Now, what I thought about today in sharing in the show, since we know that the title of the show is Your New Day Will Dawn, and I want to really focus more on giving motivational segments, bits and pieces here and there, so that whatever it is that you might be facing in this season, in this hour, in this very moment, by the way, you should know that you have the strength and you are granted the capacity to hang in there and to continue and to push and to pull through and make it through to the other side of the fence. And today I thought of looking at the word shut up, which is the SHUTUP. That is how it's spelled. And I always laugh when I think about sharing about this word, because I know that many people will go, oops, how can you say something like that? Life is about taking all the negatives and converting them into something positive. And that's exactly what I want us to do today. In life, we know that there are stuff or there's things that are being said to you during the night. There are things that are being said to you during the day. And there are things that are being said to you during the hardest time and season of your life. Maybe you've lost a loved one. Maybe you've lost a job. Maybe you've lost friendships. Maybe you've lost tangible things, material things, and you're trying to figure out how else can you survive the season that you're in. And this is where the word shut up comes in, that we spell SHUTUP, and the S standing for stop, the H hearing, the U unnecessary, T things, the other U that undermines, P your potential. Stop hearing unnecessary things that undermines your potential. That is what shut up stands for. I don't know what is it that you've been hearing throughout this day. I don't know what is it that you've been hearing. and that you've realized it is actually a negative. It's not something that you were even supposed to be entertaining in terms of hearing it. It's something that you were supposed to just shut and stop hearing it because it's undermining your potential. And I'm here to tell you that it is possible. You know, when the Israelites were given an instruction via Moses to walk out of Pharaoh's land into the promised land, surely they were listening to all kinds of negativities and they were scared. What if we don't make it? What if we don't even see the promised land of milk and honey? What if? I want you today to learn to pause a little bit and ask yourself, is it really worth it listening to things that are undermining your potential? Is it really worth it? I don't think so. As much as you never saw it coming, nobody sees anything coming, by the way. But we all go to bed at night having this hope and this faith that says, I'm going to make it tomorrow. A new day is going to dawn and I'm going to start again and I'm going to try again. Let me not give in. Let me see what happens. When we go to bed, we believe and we trust that we're going to wake up the next day. And I'm saying to you, it's well and good and it's great to have that faith that says, I'm going to go to bed and I trust God I'm going to make it tomorrow. I want you to hold on unto that because your new day will dawn. Don't give in. Don't jump the boat, not yet. No. Until God tells you that you can now jump the boat, you've done your assignment and you've delivered as per my instruction, and now you can jump the boat. And again, it depends where you're going to go once you jump the boat because you should be receiving some instructions. So this is what this show is about, titled The New Day, Your New Day Will Dawn. It's about us reminding one another in the darkest moment and in the darkest days of our lives to say, hey, even though it's this dark, guess what? You're still going to make it to the next day because the next day's assignment, nobody else is going to complete it besides you. God trusted you enough to do it for his glory, not even for you, you know? And I always sometimes ask myself, do we know how much God trusts us for his assignments that needs to be delivered? Because if God trusts us so much, what is the reason of us not trusting him with what he has entrusted in us? That's a question. Why is it that we cannot trust him enough, whereas he has entrusted us with so much? Because he knows he has granted us the capacity to succeed. And this is why I will refuse to die in the night, because I know that a new day will dawn, that being the name of our show. So if you're still following us on socials, Africa USA Unity events, radio and television, continue, because you're going to discover more. We've got quite a big family. Log on www.africausaradio.com. That's us, using radio as the power of the mind, the television of the mind. Because whatever it is that we're sharing, me and you, on this platform, I want you to allow your mind to receive it in a picture form so that it is captured in your mind. And once it is captured in your mind, it's never easy for you to forget about it. It's never easy for you to let go of it. It's never easy for you not to trust it, because God has capacitated us when it comes to such. He knows how much we can take, and he knows how much we cannot take. So can you do me this favor? From this day forward, you write this word on your wall or wherever that it will be easy for you to see. SHUTUP, which stands for, I'm going to repeat it for the benefit of somebody maybe that have just logged on and listening to this show called Your New Day Will Dawn on AfricaUSARadio.com. That's where we're at. We're meeting the world. We're connecting with the world. Write this down. The S stands for stop. The H stands for hearing. The U, unnecessary. The T, things. The other U, that undermines. The P, your potential. Shut up. If the enemy keeps on coming and crawling and whispering in your ear, you're not going to make it. There's no way. The year is almost over. You have not even started. You are so naive. Why do you think you'll make it? Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Go read out loud that you've stopped hearing unnecessary things that undermines your potential. Because you serve a God that has given you the capacity to succeed. And once you succeed, it's for his glory alone, nobody else's. You'll find moments where you stand in front of the mirror and you go, wow, why me, Lord? I made it this far, why me? With a big smile on your face because you made it. I'll tell you why you. That is simply because God said, the plans I have for you are plans to prosper you and give you a great future. I'm not here to harm you. So why should you listen to unnecessary things? Or why should you be hearing unnecessary things that undermines your potential? Why are you doing that to yourself? We're moving towards the end of the year. We're moving towards Christmas. You might be anxious about a lot of things. You might be anxious about what am I going to get for my children for Christmas? What are we going to have as a family in form of being sitting at the table, sharing a meal? What are we going to eat? You know what? It's been provided for already ahead of time. All that which God wants from us is to avail ourselves and go back to him and tell him with confidence that, you know what? I know that a new day will dawn because you are going to make sure, my daddy, that a new day dawns. That is all he wants. I'm not going to figure it out. I'm not going to try and wonder how am I going to do it. All I did, I said, Lord, you take over. I'm handing it over. Because once you hand it over, people see you glow. People see you happy. People see you refreshed. People hear you speak differently. People hear you speak life into circumstances. People see all kinds of things that they never thought that you will have. And guess what? This is simply because you refuse to die in the night. You said, I ain't going to die at night. I'm going to hang in there until a new day will dawn. And I have decided to stop hearing unnecessary things that undermines my potential. That's it. And on Africa USA Radio, we keep it going because even our music, our connection as presenters with one another, and the fact that we don't live in the same space, we all over the world, simply proves that we are still capable of caring one another, pushing for each other, making sure that we make it despite whatever it is that life throws at us. That is how we operate. On www.africausaradio.com, you can log on there and you can listen to every show that you really want to listen to and connect and go and come back and go and come back. That is how powerful radio is, because it is the television of the mind. And as I want us to draw closer to the close of this little segment on Your New Day Will Dawn, I want you, for the remainder of this year, from this day going forward, remember, I'll always be talking to you from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And also there's other shows in between as well, obviously, for the rest of the week. But this is what I want us to do as we draw closer to the end of this year. I want you to sit down for a moment and have a moment of thankfulness and have a moment of giving thanks. Have a moment of acknowledging what is it that you should be thankful for. And remember, the word says, in everything, be thankful. It does not have any specifics and says, okay, when it's good things, you must be thankful. When it's bad things, you should not be thankful. No, it says in everything, be thankful. When last did you sit down and wrote it down, even if you have to? Wrote down, even if it's people that you should be thankful for, even if it's situations that you have to be thankful for, even if it's the fact that you lost a job, the fact that you lost loved ones, the fact that you've been struggling for a bit. The word says, in everything, give thanks. I want us to continue giving thanks as we are closing or going towards the end of 2025. Let's get into the habit of saying thank you. The person that assisted you the other day, no matter how small, let's get into the habit of saying thank you. Pardon me, I did not hear. Once the person repeats what they were saying, say thank you. Because you know why? I'm afraid of, if I don't take this opportunity to thank even you that is listening to the show, I might never have this moment repeated in my calendar. Therefore, I'm taking advantage of this to say, Rev Q, thank you for acknowledging me. Thank you for picking me up and realizing that there is something about this girl. Can I share the studio with her? Can I propose that she be part of the family of Africa USA Radio? Thank you for being compliant towards the Holy Spirit, because I know God instructed you to speak to me, and I did not even know that it was going to be this. Thank you for that. And thank you to the team and the family of Africa USA Radio.com. Thank you. Continue acknowledging each other. Continue to see each other. Continue to remind one another that all we have to do in life is to stop hearing unnecessary things that undermines your potential. Shut up, shut up, shut up. That's what that shut up stands for. Stop hearing unnecessary things that undermines your potential. When you go to bed later on today, go with that mindset. You are given an opportunity to be excited again, to be thankful again, to take it back into our communities, to be visible, to be the light, to be the salt of the world. That is why we are here, and that is why we choose to share this platform with you. Continue to support us on Africa USA Radio. Continue to listen to our shows. Continue to engage with us. If you want to share more, feel free. It's www.africausaradio.com. On all social media platforms, check out for Africa USA Unity Events, radio, and television. On my side, Lungingapi, on Your New Day Will Dawn on Africa USA Radio, I say, be blessed, be good. I'll meet you next time, same place, same family, and toodles. And remember to stop hearing unnecessary things that undermines your potential.